Hey, it's Lars Hauwert here and welcome to this video. So today I'll be showing you the secret to getting rich with e-commerce without having to work really hard in the long term. So if you don't know who I am yet, I'm Lars. I've built my own e-commerce store to around $9 million in sales, and now I'm helping other e-commerce store owners to essentially do the same thing. So let's get right into it. So essentially, this is a couple steps that you have to do at the beginning of running your e-commerce store to set it up in a very long-term way, basically. In the long term, you don't have to do a whole lot anymore. So I'm going to walk you through those different steps right now. So the first step in basically developing this store that's just very hands-off, very efficient, and just not a whole lot of work is to have an optimized assortment, right? So assortment plus logistics. So just to have sort of a very chill e-commerce store that doesn't require a whole lot of your time in the long term, you need to have an assortment that just um, sort of facilitates that. So you need to have, I would say, products of at least $200 average order value, because this will just make you have way less orders. So you have to deal with a whole lot less customer complaints, less returns, less exchanges, less shipments that you have to facilitate from your supplier, right, or your warehouse if you stock products yourself. So just having, first of all, a product of at least $200 average order value will just make your whole business way more efficient and just way less work, honestly. If I could have gone back in time and for my own brand have changed something, probably the first thing I would have changed was the type of products that we were selling, to just include more high ticket products, because those just cause a whole lot less headache for your business and for you. And then at the same time, having your logistics set up in an efficient way as well. So make sure your logistics are quick and that they're cheap. So if you don't have a really good shipping partner at the moment, just create a spreadsheet, put like 50 different shipping companies in there, request quotes from everyone, and just don't stop until you have basically the perfect shipping partner for your business. I've literally seen clients cut their shipping costs in half just by contacting more shipping partners, more carriers, and that way just like getting a really good deal from one of them. And you only need to find one and you can keep using those guys forever, right? And at the same time, you want to make sure that they're quick, because if they're not, you're also going to get more customer complaints and more like refunds, returns. So just for the whole goal of making your business very relaxed and hands off, you need to have quick shipping. Also, when it comes to having a high average order value, I recommend this because realistically, with paid ads, your cost of acquisition will be at least $50 to $100. So if you're selling a product of, let's say, $100 average order value, then if your cost of acquisition is $70, you only keep $30 per order, which means you have to make way more orders to get to $10,000 a month in profit, or even more than that. So that's just also a very important point to consider. Then the second step in the system is to have really optimized product content. So, and how we do this nowadays is with the help of AI, of course. So you can use AI to just create amazing content that nobody else out there is using other than your biggest competitors. Because typically, still nowadays, I just see people use the standard AliExpress product pictures, and most often not even having videos, right? So just by putting in a lot of time into product content in the beginning, you're just going to get a way higher conversion rate than all of your competitors out there. So just put in a full day of work just creating amazing pictures and amazing videos for your assortment. I also created a video on this. I posted this video 3 days ago, so just check out that video on my channel if you don't know yet how to generate amazing images and videos for your brand. Well, that's the second step that you need to invest time into upfront to just reap the rewards after that, basically, and you won't need to spend more time on this later. Then the third step is to have a perfectly optimized website. So this, again, you only need to do once. So you look at your competitors, and at the same time you really focus on creating value and comfort for your customers. And once you have this set up and you have it optimized and it's converting well, then you will never need to touch your website again, honestly. So in the beginning, just invest a ton of time into your website, probably because, like, even for me, being very experienced, having built dozens of successful e-commerce websites, still for me it takes around like a full week to just build that website. So probably for you it'll take you 2, 3, maybe even 4 weeks of just doing research, reiterating, testing things before you have your perfect website, right? So just put a ton of time into your website. And if you want to know exactly what to put on its website, check out my other recent videos. I've got a couple of videos walking you through in depth on the different elements that should be on your perfectly optimized website. So that's the third step. Then the fourth step is lead nurturing. So this, again, you just have to put time into once, which mainly consists out of putting together email and SMS flows. So you want to make sure that once people land on your website that they get a welcome offer. So you have to put a pop-up on your website, for which I recommend using Omnisend, by the way. So this is an amazing software. It's just the best for email and SMS marketing. So you need to have the welcome flow with a pop-up, then set up your abandoned checkout flow as well as an abandoned cart flow, which is separate from your abandoned checkout flow. Have a browse abandonment flow, have a post-purchase flow to just upsell people more products, and have a customer win-back flow that gets sent out after 6 months after buying to get people to buy from you again, right? So having put together these 6 flows one time, designed them properly, put in a lot of time into this, and after that, it's just making money on autopilot. Like, you won't have to lift a finger anymore because these flows are just getting sent out automatically, right? So that's the fourth step. Also, when it comes to lead nurturing, something that will need to be done manually is to live chat with people, call with people, and text with people that land on your website. So for this, I recommend using a CRM system. So in order to not have to do this yourself anymore long term, I recommend hiring somebody from overseas who is very good with sales to just close those leads for you, so you in the end will not have to work on that anymore. So put in work once and set up your lead nurturing properly, and it'll just print money for you long term. And then the fifth and final point is your marketing. So for marketing, I always recommend to go with Google as well as Meta ads. So once this is optimized and it's working well, you also won't need to spend a whole lot of time on this anymore, honestly. Maybe a few hours a week is typically what it takes after it's working, and you won't need to do anything more than that for your marketing. You will not have to hire an agency, you will not have to hire an in-house employee for this. You can take care of this yourself, because nowadays you can leverage the machine learning of both Google and Facebook ads. So once you have at least 100 conversions measured in both Google ads and Facebook ads, then you'll be able to use automated bid strategies, and you will not have to basically do anything else anymore after that. Just optimize the ads from time to time. I recommend checking up on your ads around 2 to 3 times a week, just making sure that your ROAS, your return on ad spend, is still good. But other than that, you will not have to do a whole lot anymore once it's working. So that's basically my whole blueprint to just having sort of a lifestyle business. So it will not be passive. I think that's just not possible with e-commerce. You always have to check up on the business, make sure everything is going well. But this is basically how to work as little as possible with still getting an as high return on your time as possible. So I hope that all makes sense. Let me know, of course, if you have any questions in the comments down below. I read all the comments myself. Also, there's a link in the description talking a bit about how we help e-commerce stores to grow. I don't mind if you click it or not, but yeah, it's there. So just letting you know it's there. And yeah, thank you for your attention. So have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.